One. What's up, Mortgage Coach community? Dave Savage, and today I'm interviewing my good friend, lifetime friend, Cindy Ertman. What's up, Cindy?
Hey, Dave. So good to be with you. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you. So, guys, Cindy and I came up with this call a couple days ago because we were just masterminding together. She had seen a recent interview that I had done. She had been working with her coaching clients on something very similar. And that similar thing is, hey, we're all purchase-oriented, referral-based local mortgage professionals, but there's a refi wave. How do we kind of optimize the refi market, but keep our eye on the ball? And so we were collaborating. I think we were on the phone for like almost an hour, right?
That's what I love about you, Dave. Mastermind.
Yeah. And I was like, first of all, I wish that we would have recorded it. It might even be better than what we do right now, but there was things that we needed to like bring to the mortgage coach community. So guys, Cindy Ertman, the way I would pre-frame her is she is one of the all-time greatest mortgage professionals in the business, top producer, team leader. She's been a regional leader that, mentors loan officers. And now she's investing heavily in just coaching and pouring into loan officers that she coaches. So Cindy, why don't we start it with how you would pre-frame the opportunity right now, because it's purchase-focused refi. Like, how are you coaching the people that you lead? And then what are some of the things that you guys have landed on as best practices?
Well, this idea came about when we were brainstorming, Dave, because with my Mortgage Mastermind Elite group, we do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching. So I was doing my one-on-one calls with them over the last 2 weeks. And there was a theme because I was asking everybody how they're addressing their past client database. Everyone's so slammed right now, obviously, with purchase business. So it's hard to have the manpower to really tap into past clients effectively. But I was on the phone with one of my clients and he said to me, I've not done one refinance all year. He's an in-house lender for a real estate company, so very heavily focused on purchase. But I said, well, why are you not reaching out? You have so many past clients. He's been doing this for 25 years. And he said, honestly, I have call reluctance and I don't know what to say. And that's what happens. I mean, I coach a lot of veteran mortgage professionals and, we always think we all got it down, but sometimes there's just that, like, what do I say? What do I do? And we don't want to stop long enough to figure it out. So literally on our call, I said, why don't we just write the script together right now? Because I love scripting. So we wrote the script together and then I sent it over to him and we tweaked it. And then I started thinking about my highlight year when I hit 200 million in production, Dave. It was one of these years where the stars aligned, my purchase business was off the hook and suddenly the refi opportunities were huge. And so I remembered that, I had a team of 4 at the time and I had a refi questionnaire that I would give to my assistant because I didn't have time to call all my past clients. So I thought, well, I'll create a new refi questionnaire so people that have assistants can give the refi questionnaire to their assistants and have the assistants make the first call. And so I just kind of recreated a script, an email script, and a refi questionnaire to help my coaching clients. And so Chris, who was on the call with me, within 2 days, he called only 3 people and locked 3 refinances, 3 for 3, 100% close rate. He's got 50 more to go. He's committed to do those by next Friday. One of my other clients in Portland sent an email to 575 people and it's 30 phone appointments right now. So I mean, we are in a purchase market. I'm a purchase-focused originator, but oh my gosh, we have such an opportunity, and to leave that on the table right now, I think is just such a loss. So I'm encouraging people to, work around time blocking, get your help, get your assistants to time block with you, and just make, 3 hours a week concentrated time to tap into our past clients.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is a topic we've been talking about a lot in Mortgage Coach land. And I thought, like, what an opportunity to get Cindy Ertman sharing her best practices, because you are a mortgage coach, TCA first platform where all your purchase clients and refi clients get a total cost analysis. And so to get scripts from you is huge. So guys, here's what we're going to do. 1, if you have questions for Cindy, this is Mortgage Coach is a mastermind group. You can post questions down below if you're watching this on Facebook, or you can post questions down below in the YouTube channel. If you get value, if you like her scripts and what she's going to give you right now, give us a like. If you love it, love it. So Cindy, why don't you pull up your screen and let's just walk through some of these things that you and your team have put together. I highly recommend, folks, this might be something that you want to pause, make sure you connect the dots on. Cindy is going to be telling you all how you can get access to some of this. So you don't necessarily need to take a picture of anything. We're going to give you copies of this, but really do take some notes and get ready to listen to this a couple times. So what are we looking at, Cindy?
Can you see this, Dave?
I do.
Okay, great. So this is just, a brainstorming session in the last week. And, when you receive a script from someone else like myself, clearly it's not in your voice. So really scripts are just meant to give you an idea. So my clients last week just sort of rewrote these in their own voice. One of my clients, he put in their loan amount, made it a little more personal for each client so it wasn't so scripted. But I thought at least if I gave you the script, then I'll give you something to play with. I am going to give you guys this handout and this document to give you kind of a roadmap, because I find it's just so much easier with you being so busy. If you have a roadmap, you might actually do it. So the first script is just if you actually reach them live. And I got to put on my trusted glasses here. So hello, Mr. Borrower. This is Cindy Ertman, National Success Strategist at RPM Mortgage. I am sure you'll recall that I helped you secure your mortgage for your home. It's been some time since we've connected, and there are some things that are going on in the mortgage market right now that might be a benefit to you. As I told you when we were going through your loan transaction together, I monitor the mortgage market very carefully and wanted to make sure that we had a chance to briefly connect to see if this current market could create a real benefit for you. Do you have a minute to chat about your mortgage? And so all we're trying to do is open up the conversation. And the other thing that I really believe is important when we're opening up this conversation with our clients is we want to ask questions, because that's how we can help them sort of tap into possible opportunities that maybe they haven't thought about. So I add on a section here. If you actually reach them live, then the questions that I would encourage you to share some of the reasons people actually refinance their home. It's not, as we know, just to get lower rates. Obviously there's, one day we brainstormed like 100 reasons why people need to refinance their home, which was kind of fun. So anyway, but think about it. I just say, hey, look, some of our clients are calling because they're pulling cash out for home improvements. Others are looking to possibly purchase an investment property. Others are looking for cash out for kids' college education. Some want to diversify their investment portfolio. Others may really want, a second home. Some people right now are refinancing to get rid of PMI, or they're refinancing to switch from a 15-year to a 30-year fix to a 15-year fix so they can pay their mortgage off much more quickly. So there's many reasons. Another big reason a lot of people are refinancing right now is debt consolidation. So even if your interest rate is lower than it is today, Mr. Borrower, the reality is a lot of people drive up debt, and in doing a debt consolidation loan, we can sometimes help you tremendously in terms of, protecting your monthly capital. So giving them the reasons why they might want to consider this more than just rate, I think is very important. I always ask my clients how long they think they're going to stay in their current home. Have they done home improvements since they moved into their property? This is great information to log to. So one of the key things, if you can then turn around and call the realtor that originally referred these clients to you, and you're giving the realtor this information that you're capturing, it's a big win on both sides to call your realtor, because we know mortgage people do a better job of communicating with past clients than realtors do. It's a huge, huge, huge value. I was meeting with a woman just 2 nights ago, realtor. She runs a branch here, a real estate office. And when I was suggesting, I was telling her about the script, and I said, Sherry, you really might want to consider. I said, I'll send you the script for mortgage originators, but you might want to tweak it and call all your past clients and talk to them about this opportunity. She goes, oh my gosh, like that's the best idea ever. She got really excited about that. So, capture the information. I think it's just really, really valuable. And then ask them, what they think their current value is and what are their long-term objectives. And then, of course, before you hang up the call, just remind them that our business is 100% referral. And if they have any friends or family that might want this information about the mortgage market, that you'd love the opportunity to serve them and have a conversation.
So I love that. I do want to remind people, always ask people, how old do you want to be when your home's paid off? And based off the current situation, how old are you going to be? Another footnote I want to put in the script is that I'm seeing a lot of mortgage coach members, depending on the situation, depending on the expectations you created at the point of sale with the client, but they're just working up a total cost analysis and they're forwarding it to them. Like if you set that client for life expectation at the point of sale, you see a lot of mortgage coach out there, doing lots of TCAs and then just emailing it, texting it, hey, John, it's go time. Here's your total cost analysis.
David, the reason that we got on the call together the other day is I had just come off my Mortgage Mastermind Elite group call where we were talking about some of the people that are using TCAs, they're drilling them out all day long and forwarding them with the video to their client and are getting massive success. And they've got them down to a science where they're doing them in just a couple of minutes. So that's what prompted me to call you to say, hey, I want to make sure my community is really, really thoroughly trained on mortgage coach and TCAs with your new platform, because that's a big deal. That's a huge differentiating factor right now.
Yeah, actually, I want to share my screen real quick. We can go back and forth. You don't have to stop sharing yours because I've got master rights here. But this is, and again, like Cindy said, I'm not saying write this down and use it verbatim. I talk about this script all the time. But this is how you should be positioning yourself at the point of sale, is that my advice is going to help you build wealth faster by making smarter mortgage decisions. And then I'm going to coach you over time so you always have the best mortgage decision to achieve your goals. So, obviously your own words, tailored and personalized to that client and that situation, but it's now and it's in the future. And right now it's in the future. And that's the other thing for any loan officer that's purchase focused that is not following up with your past customers. I love a quote Jeremy put in it wasn't an interview, although I've interviewed him lately, but he's like, if you're not doing refis and serving your past clients, you do not have a client for life mortgage practice. You may say you do, but you don't. Someone else is their lender for life and it's not you. So that's the other call out I have to everyone listening to this, is if you are not figuring out how to balance this, resource this, and get this done, just realize you're not practicing what you preach. Because if you're a client for life loan officer, you're figuring it out. You're purchase focused, but you are delivering that client for life value to people. Back to you, Cindy.
No, absolutely. I was on the phone with Jeremy just this morning and we were having the same conversation. And it was interesting too, because one of the conversations I was having last week with some of my clients was, well, they kind of just assume they've already refied because they've walked into their bank. And so this was an assumption of it. There's probably no point in me even calling them. Or I haven't done a mortgage review in so long, it's embarrassing to now reach out to them. And I'm going to encourage you, because it's one thing to send an email. So I have a past client refinance email on here that I collaborated with one of my clients on, and just an idea. But this is the one that he's got 30 appointments right now with past clients. But the thing is, and emails are great, but I'm finding there's such a differentiating factor if you pick up the phone and call them. It's just a great opportunity. Time block, do 10 at a time, set it up every other day and put it in your calendar. And it's so valuable. And the other thing that I wanted to share, and again, this is just my version of my refinance questionnaire, so that if you don't have time yourself, maybe you give it to your LOA, have them make the first call, ask the questions. You can modify this however you want, but it's just that way it's much easier for you to make the call. One, do they want to have a call with you? Now you've got all the information in front of you to be able to react quickly to what their needs really are and be prepared for the call. So I use this a lot in my biggest refi boom year. I had my assistant do all the first calls, and then she scheduled the appointments for the people that really wanted to take action.
Loved it. Huge gift. Guys, if you got value, liked it, loved it, let us know. So Cindy, how can we get this? And then, for me, when I interviewed you and I asked you to interview, I feel like this would be valuable, but the most value a member could get is to, go to the next level. And I know you've got a coaching program getting ready to kick off. So how do we get this, and how can people learn more about getting coached from you?
Well, I will give this to you, Dave, and you can post this in your community as a PDF download. We'll get that to you immediately. Obviously, if you've got any questions for me, info@cindyertman.com, CINDYERTMAN. We and my team can get in touch with you immediately. And I am launching my 5th Mortgage Mastermind Elite group September 18th. This is just my favorite thing to lead. I take 12 high-performance mortgage professionals from around the country, I would say 80% of them are originating branch managers that are leading teams, and some are just launching branches right now, but I'm very excited. I have 8 people already secured that are amazing leaders all over the country. I only have 3 spots left, but I would love to support you. You can check it out at mortgagemastermindelite.com, or like I said, email me at info@cindiertman.com. I'd love to just get on the phone with you and talk about what your challenges are and see whether or not it's the right fit for you. It's a really fun program. It's 9 months. And it's amazing. I mean, the results are about 30% up this year from everybody that joined a year ago, and it's a lot of fun to lead. So I'd welcome to support your community, Dave. Thanks.
So we're going to put a link down below to that. And did I hear you? If someone reaches out to you, you'll have a personal call with them?
I do a full-blown coaching call, 45 minutes to an hour with people that are candidates for sure, because I want to make sure that this is the right fit. I don't like taking anybody's money. You know, I want to see what are your challenges? Is it something I'm really, prepared to help you with and make a difference in your life and your business? And I want it to be, coaching is a team sport. It has to feel really good for both parties.
So guys, this is a fact. And really, I would say this, but that's $1,000 of value. And really, an hour with Cindy is worth more than that, because every time I talk to her, I get a lot of value. But just getting the chance to talk to Cindy is a big deal. So Cindy, thanks for bringing that to the Mortgage Coach community, the MCC. Again, link down below to the document that she's going to share with folks. Also, I'm going to put that in our Facebook group. Want to remind everybody that we have a file section in our Facebook group, so there's a lot of value in there. Check out all the different documents and value. Cindy, anything else you want to make sure you communicate to the community before we wrap it up?
Well, I just think the reason I really want people focused right now, at least part of their time on, their past clients, is like, to your point, not only, do we commit to really manage people mortgages for life and then frequently fall short on that commitment, but it just, with one of the guys I was coaching last week, when we really, wrapped our arms around this and created the script, and he got 3 wins, it was 3 for 3 of locked loans. And he said, oh my gosh, he said, I'm committing that I'm going to increase my production $1 million a month between now and the end of the year. And that's very real right now. Think about what that could mean for you in terms of your business and your income and your livelihood and your branch and your region. I mean, it's a big deal, the opportunity. And so to leave that, sitting by the wayside. So I'm really going to encourage people to get serious about not just being busy, but being productive.
I just had an idea. I don't know how it came to me, but I was just thinking, like, how many branches do you think are out there, or companies that are out there that haven't provided like what you just did? Here's a voicemail script, here's an in-person script, here's an email, here's an approach. I'm going to push everybody in the community. If you're a manager, that you need to, whether it's taking Cindy's report and using it, whether it's being inspired by what Cindy did and putting yours together. But if you're a leader, just reminding people about it, giving them clarity as to what to do, that's half the battle. So Mortgage Coach community of managers and leaders, if you do repurpose this or create your own, Cindy and I would like to see what you come up with. Share in comments or just post it in the group. And Cindy Ertman, as always, it's awesome hanging out with you. Really appreciate you.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
All right. Remember, guys, give us a like, share it with your mortgage friends, and hopefully this helps you guys. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Al.